Turespana, promoting Spain as the ideal holiday venue, must have been delighted at the last day conditions. At the start, anyway, it was warm and windless as Santiago Luna, with 3 early birdies, climbed up the leaderboard. He has modelled himself on Seve, who just one shot off the lead was realistically the man to beat on the final day, and giving here an early indication that he was after win number 51 on the Volvo Tour. There were newer names on the leaderboard too. Jesper Parnevik hasn't finished better than 4th in the past, but he has a new relaxed attitude, and that was very nearly an eagle at the 6th. But the joint overnight leader, Gordon Brand Jr., although not a winner since 1989, is a noted front-runner, and his putter in the early holes certainly wasn't letting him down. Brand Jr. after 6 was 10 under, leading by a shot from Ballesteros, Luna and Lane. O'Connell and Parnevik were just 2 behind. And Ewan Murray joins me as Gordon Brand Jr. steps onto the tee at the 7th. 170 metres, a par 3. Some water there on the left-hand side.
A shot of 178 yards, 4 iron for Brand. And it flirts with the water, but it's okay, it's on the putting surface.
It's been a long time since he has won. Didn't get into the Ryder Cup team last year. Never really did enough at all. And now Parnevik, who lives in Florida and began his European season last week at the Mediterranean Open.
Good-looking shot from Parnevik. Likes to draw the ball. Oh, and there's the spin taking effect. That's a brilliant shot from the Swede. And an almost certain birdie too. Broad smiling, why not?
And the 3rd member of the group, Barry Lane, former Scottish Open champion. Much slimmer Barry this year. He's been working very hard on his fitness over the winter months. 9 under par. And the chance for him to make a birdie on this final day. Crowd's coming out. Winner picking up £41,660 here, and even 10th place winning 5,000. Turespana, of course, supporting 5 events each season for the next 3 years on the Volvo Tour.
Barry Lane's weak point, I think, Renton, not a great putter. He's a very fine striker of the ball.
Well, he was saying that this week he hasn't played any better through the green in his career than here at Santa Ponsa. And now Brand Jr.
A long approach putt, 35-footer. And he's judged that quite beautifully. Absolutely stone dead. And that's a par 3 for Gordon Brand Jr. And still very much in control.
Lane and Brand Jr. sharing the lead overnight. So 3 putts. Well, perhaps even 4. Hope not. No, but Barry Lane drops a shot. And with Parnevik just there to tap in, we'll give him his birdie too. And it's Brand Jr. on 10 under, Luna, Ballesteros and Parnevik on 9, and O'Connell and Lane on 8. Well, most of the crowd have come out today to watch Seve Ballesteros. Here he is at the 9th. He has just missed the fairway. It's a pretty bare and rough lie there.
The sort of lie Ballesteros will like, because he's able to spin the ball from here. Lovely crisp hit, beautiful clip with the hands at the bottom of the swing. And the inevitable result. Beautiful shot from Seve. The start perhaps of a charge.
He was saying earlier in the week when Gordon Brown Jr. had a 6-shot lead that really he was only playing for second place, but I don't think anybody ever believed him. He was back on the 8th, Parnevik. Second shot. Green above them there, plateau style. Not a very big one. No, but a good approach. As you can see, the wind has got up just that little bit. It's become a little bit colder. And Santa Ponsa has a course just that little bit tougher now.
Gordon Brand, excellent tee shot. Down the left half of the fairway, left with a shot of around 140 yards. And a beauty right on top of the flag. And an excellent opportunity for Brand to go to 11 under.
Gordon Brand Jr. lives in Bristol, is a Scot. His father is also a professional, and heading for 1.5 million in earnings on the Volvo Tour, but the last couple of seasons not been his best.
Back on the 9th, Ballesteros for a 3.
Oh, he thought he'd cuddled that one into the hole. Quite a break, as you can see. So he has to make do with par. But on 9 under, just 1 off the lead. Could be 2 off, of course, if Brand Jr. gets that birdie on the 8th.
Back to the 8th, Jesper Parnevik. 9 under par. His new attitude seems to be working. And the putter stroke's not bad either. Beautiful 3 from Parnevik.
So, on 10 under par, he joins Gordon Brand Jr., but Brand Jr., of course, still has his birdie chance to take the clear lead again. Absolutely first-class second shot there. And this for 11 under. So for the moment, at any rate, Gordon Brand Jr. difficult to displace at the top of that leaderboard. Leading by just that little bit tougher now.
Gordon Brand, excellent tee shot. Down the left half of the fairway, left with a shot of around 140 yards. And a beauty right on top of the flag. And an excellent opportunity for Brand to go to 11 under.
Gordon Brand Jr. lives in Bristol, is a Scot. His father is also a professional, and heading for 1.5 million in earnings on the Volvo Tour, but the last couple of seasons not been his best.
Back on the 9th, Ballesteros for a 3.
Oh, he thought he'd cuddled that one into the hole. Quite a break, as you can see. So he has to make do with par. But on 9 under, just 1 off the lead. Could be 2 off, of course, if Brand Jr. gets that birdie on the 8th.
Back to the 8th, Jesper Parnevik. 9 under par. His new attitude seems to be working. And the putter stroke's not bad either. Beautiful 3 from Parnevik.
So, on 10 under par, he joins Gordon Brand Jr., but Brand Jr., of course, still has his birdie chance to take the clear lead again. Absolutely first-class second shot there. And this for 11 under. So for the moment, at any rate, Gordon Brand Jr. difficult to displace at the top of that leaderboard. Leading by 1 on... Well, the wind may have been getting up. It may have become just that little bit colder, but nothing, it seemed, was affecting Parnevik. After his 3 birdies in a row going out, at 6, 7 and 8, he birdied the 11th. And then he hit the green with this fine iron at the 12th. Having celebrated his 27th birthday the day before, he wanted the best of all presents, a first tour win, and he was oozing confidence, not least on the greens, where instead of focusing on the hole, he's been aiming for a much larger target around the hole. And it certainly works. That his 5th birdie of the day. And he would go on to birdie the 13th hole as well. But as he edged clear of the field, Gordon Brand Jr. lost the putting touch that at one stage had given him a 6-shot lead on the field. He began to drop shots par. And we pick up Parnevik on the 14th. It's 380 metres, and he's, heading, he hopes, for a 4th birdie in a row.
Lovely crisp shot from Parnevik. Pin on the right edge of the green today, and he's fired it straight at it. And putting from the perfect side, up the hill, bit left to right.
Great rivalry among the Swedes, and Parnevik hoping to join Selberg and Per-Ulrik Johansson and Mats Lanner and Anders Forsbrand as Swedish winners. This is Seve on the 15th.
Pin cut on the back edge of the green today, and the green falling away from the players. But Seve's attacked it. He's got it pin high, and he really needs birdies now. Parnevik on a roll behind him.
Yes, on a roll and going here for his 4th birdie in a row. Has looked super confident throughout the day.
After 3 birdies, Renton, who can blame him?
He must love these Santa Ponsa greens because he's moved to 14 under par, and at this stage, Parnevik has a 4-shot lead.
Maybe not for long. Ballesteros for a birdie on 15.
Pin's been cut up in that corner a couple of times earlier this week, so Seve knows the pace and the line of this putt. Tap in for his par 3, but he's looking, as Ewan was saying, for birdies. Ten under, 3 to play. Dogleg 16th, which can always prove difficult. Fernandez 9 under with just 1 to play. Luna Rivero moving up, and Gordon Brand Jr. dropping another one. They're all on 8.
The 15th tee. 195 yards to the flag. Parnevik using a 5-iron. Well, he's lost the club on the way down. Something's either distracted him or his concentration's gone. And that really is a wide. 35 yards wide of the flag. The first sign, perhaps, of some nerves.
Well, the ball seemed to hit a spectator there. It might have been in a much worse position. And we joined Fernandez on the last.
Just finishing out for his par 4.
5 birdies, a couple of bogeys in his round. And that's a round of 69. 9 under par, 279. Very consistent there. Starting and finishing with 69, a 70 and a 71. And he, the leader in the clubhouse.
Back to the drama on 15. Very important shot, this, for the Swede. Seve breathing down your neck, albeit 4 shots back, but he's capable of amazing things. Doesn't want to give Ballesteros the chance to get back in the tournament. Well, he's left it on the right side. He's putting up the hill. That first tour win, Renton, always the most difficult.
Well, forward on the 16th, Seve Ballesteros has driven down the right-hand side of this right-hand dogleg, and he's in some pretty rough stuff there, but Andy McPhee, the tournament director, is with him, and if he's going to get a drop, a free drop that is, and he will keep him right. That's what he's got left, and the wind blowing from left to right as he plays the hole.
176 yards, Ballesteros, 6-iron. Started it on the right of the flag. Oh, and it stayed there, but look at that. 10 feet for a birdie 3. The charge may yet materialise.
Well, if he could hold that putt and Parnevik misses at 15, well, it could become very interesting. This is Parnevik at 15, and this is to save par.
Misses on the same side as Ballesteros did a few moments ago. And after 4 birdies, that's a drop shot at the par 3 15th for Jesper Parnevik.
So Parnevik now just 3 shots clear of Ballesteros. Paying the penalty there for that tee shot that missed the green. Seve goes for the birdie that he needs, Ewan, if he's going to win this title.
You said it, Winton.
Well, immediately, Parnevik's lead is reduced to 2. Seve with that 16th hole birdie, moving to 11 under. Parnevik back up on the tee, 13 under.
1 iron tee shot today for Jesper. They've been playing drivers here all week. Have to hit it long enough to get past the trees. Almost a 90-degree dog leg. And he's very fortunate there. Comes off the bank to the absolutely perfect position. And he's a shot there of no more than 160 yards.
He is a very long hitter, has been working very hard in his game in America. There's the leaderboard, 2 shots clear. Fernandez in the clubhouse on 9 under. Rivera, Luna and Brand Jr. on 8.
Second shot, Parnevik at 16, using just a 9 iron. It's a long, long way to go to cover with just a 9. And I think a misjudgment of club more than anything else there. The adrenaline, of course, flowing. Makes you hit the ball that extra bit further, possibly 10% further than normal.
Well, forward on the 17th tee, now in top gear by Ballesteros, and Ewan, he's got an iron in his hand.
Yes, this is a very sensible move. He's going to leave himself a shot of around 95 yards because the pin today is cut just over the bunker on the left with hardly any green to work with at all. That's a very intelligent tee shot from Ballesteros.
He can get spin with the wedge shot, can't he?
If he's got a full shot, yes.
Well, back on 16, important little chip for Parnevik. Got to get this close enough. Got to get it up and down to Seve's par. Well, there's only 1 shot in it. Well, I'm sure he's not happy. Suddenly that smile has disappeared. Suddenly he doesn't look quite as relaxed as he was half an hour ago.
Yes, you don't want to give this man any chance at all. Second to 17.
Beautiful swing, beautiful rhythm, beautiful balance.
The result's not too bad either, Winton.
Now you can see the bunker that Ewan was talking about, the pin on the forward left-hand side of the green as Parnevik on 16 goes for par. No. So a shot dropped at 15 and now 1 dropped at 16, and the ball is still above ground.
Brings you back to the Mediterranean Open last year when Mike McLean had a 4-shot lead and 3 to go. I wonder if we're going to see a repeat of what happened here.
Well, that's a 5, and Parnevik is now 12 under par, but remember Seve has a putt on the 17th that could put him 12 under. When Seve won this title 2 years ago at Sonvida, he won in a playoff against another Swede, Magnus Persson, who was 5 shots clear with 10 to play. But here's Seve for a share of the lead. It was a fast putt coming downhill there.
Couldn't afford to give it a run. It was a touch putt, and he was just a touch out, wasn't he?
It's par. He's still 1 behind. And as he walks back there, I wonder if he's...
Both things are very important for us, not only just to promote golfers to play in Spain, but also to attract the European golfers to play in Spain.
And no one has been a better ambassador for golf in Spain than Severiano Ballesteros, hitting his tee shot there down the 18th. Behind him, Jesper Parnevik is 12 under, 1 ahead. Parnevik has just parred the 17th. He took a driver off that tee, missed the fairway, but managed to make 4. And now Seve has this long second shot to the last green.
Played the most difficult par 4 all week. This hardly surprising. Ballesteros 218 yards to go. but he's all but found the putting surface. That's a great shot. And still a chance of maybe getting in a playoff. I think it will need a 3.
Parnevik back on the tee. He's one of the big hitters. It's best to be down the right-hand side here.
Yes, the shortest route really to the green, but you see Jesper likes to hit the ball from right to left, so this hole really doesn't suit him.
Well, it depends how the ball is lying in there. It's not the ideal position. And from where he is, I would think it's very unlikely that he'll be able to make the green. He's right in there behind that sign as Seve, up on the green, goes for a birdie. I had him saying earlier that this, he felt, was one of the fastest greens on the course.
Oh, to bail it out, Brenton. He certainly gave that one a go. But there's a lot of sand on this green. They've had a few problems because it's so near the trees.
Just as well it hit the hole.
Yes, it was a good 6 or 7 feet by, but you can see the steel in his eyes again.
Well, that's Parnevik's ball, lying pretty well down in the grass there, and he can't play a second because up on the green, Seve is putting for 4 to stay 11 under. And that's an important putt. It makes it that bit more difficult for Parnevik now. A couple of rounds of 70, a 69, and the best of the week for Seve on the final day, a 68.
Yes, he's done all he could. It's all down to the Swede. Bad lie, he can't reach the green from here, playing up with a 5-iron.
Somewhat 225 yards to go, Ewan.
Yes, and no chance of reaching the green with that lie, Renton.
Some 80 or 90 yards still to go for Parnevik, and he has to get up and down for 4 to win the title. And Seve, having signed his card, just stays in the quietness of the tent there, knowing that he could be involved in a playoff.
85 yards to go. Really wants to keep this one short of the flag. He can putt up the slope. And he's dragged it a bit, but he's done pretty well. And it's quite simple. He's that to win the tournament.
That green looks reasonably flat, but there is a bit of a ridge in it, as Parnevik and his Scottish caddy Mick Donaghy from Pollock in Glasgow make their way up. They've discussed the putt, the line, the pace, and now Parnevik has this to win. Well, perhaps it was the right line here, and he just hit it that little bit hard.
Yes, the pace beat him, but really the tee shot to blame, Renton.
It's not in the hole yet, but if he pops it in for 5, Seve and Parnevik will play off. Meanwhile, Gordon Brand Jr., who was leading after 8 holes today, has this for par. He squeezes it in, but it's been a bad back 9 for him. Back in 40. And that's a round of 73 and a total of 281, 7 under. 68-66. Good start. 74-73 to finish. Barry Lane missed the green with his second. Chipped up and has this for par. Oh, and that's a bad miss. A miss that will cost him well over £3,000 in prize money. He finishes tied with Romero and Brand Jr. on 7 under. Just ahead of them, Jose Rivero and Santiago Luna. And Fernandez. This for the playoff. So Jesper Parnevik, 27 years old, chasing his first tour win, finishes on 277 tied, with Seve Ballesteros chasing his 51st win in Europe. And they'll go back down to the tee at the 18th to play the first playoff hole. They're the position after 72 holes, with Fernandez coming in to take third spot, and Mats Lanner making ground with a best of the day 67. Well, the playoff hole is the 18th. They will continue to play that hole until the find a winner. They have played it already on one occasion. The hole was halved in 1 over par 5s. And now here is Seve back on the tee at 18. This the second playoff hole.
Seve with the psychological advantage. Made a 4 at the 72nd hole of the tournament. And he's got inside that one on the way down. That started down the right. And there's a bunker out there. And he thinks it's in there. So advantage Parnevik. Wide stance, aggressive swing. And he picks the tee up quickly, and that looks very good. And confirmation, the middle of the fairway, super dry from the Swede.
Well, Parnevik may have stumbled a bit at the last 4 holes in regulation play, but certainly here against Seve in the playoff, he has regained his composure. Now there's Seve down in the trees down there and definitely in the bunker. Can he reach the green from there, Ewan?
I don't think so. He's got a shot of around 215 yards. And I think if Parnevik can make a 4, he can win this. Four iron. Whether it's enough loft to clear that bank, we shall see. And that's a beautiful strike. Picked the ball right off the top of the sand. And well, he's missed the green, but that's as good as he could ever hope to do from there. A very classy shot.
That ball disappearing, though, into the grass and not making his third shot an easy one, so that if Parnevik can now use his power to get up at the back level of the green where the pin is cut, he's going to be strong favourite. Well, on the green, but on the lower level. But 2 putts might still be good enough to give him the title. As someone gets a grandstand view of the proceedings. Yes, all these higher spots taken here today as Seve prepares to play. Well, what kind of shot will this be, Ewan?
This is an extremely difficult shot. He's got to clear a little step, which he's just done beautifully. Hard to believe he could clear that step and leave it short. He's got so many wonderful shots he can play from around the green round, and he's a delight to watch.
Well, Parnevik next. And if he can roll this up close to the hole and make sure of his 4, it will make it tough for Seve. There's that little slope in the green. Not bad. But in a playoff against Seve Ballesteros, that length is always testing.
Especially if Seve holds first. Firm, steady hands. He's seen it all before. 50 wins between these two players. Yet Parnevik looking for his first. Seve, he's 51st. No mistake.
He seldom misses the putts when it matters, although he does recall the 4-footer he missed at Sun City one year in a 9-hole playoff with Johnny Miller. A missed putt that cost him $1 million and got into the Guinness Book of Records. Well, Seve's in the hole for 4. Parnevik has this for 4 to keep the playoff going. And they're back off down to the 18th tee.
A good 4 for Jesper Parnevik there on the green in 2, but a brilliant 4 from Ballesteros.
And I wonder who is going to win this lovely trophy at the end of the day. It's a shame almost that someone's got to lose. Well, they've played the tee shots, and on this occasion both Seve and Parnevik have hit the fairway.
3 iron once again for Ballesteros. He's turned out of that one very early. And the normal result, a pull to the left.
Yes, and an awkward stance, I think, in the bunker for Seve there. So Parnevik perhaps has the advantage if he can pop this one on the green.
Interesting aim for Jesper there, trying to cut the ball, and it's totally against his natural game. And he's missed the green right, but it's okay. Plenty of green between the fringe and the flag. Ballesteros left with an extremely difficult bunker shot.
Well, Seve was the man who had to fight for his par the last time, and it's... this playoff is a tiring business, and Parnevik raising a chuckle amongst the crowd there as he carries the bag and the caddy carries the putter. His father, Bo, is an entertainer in Sweden, an impersonator, a very famous man who's in the crowd watching him here this week at Seve. Awkward stance.
Standing outside the bunker, ball below him, and he's really only got about a foot of green to land this ball on if he's going to get it stone dead. And that's about it, right on the edge of the green. Well, for me, that's the shot of the tournament.
Well, there is no doubt that the bulk of the crowd are supporting their man, Spaniard Seve Ballesteros, and providing there something for them to cheer about as Parnevik now. Always possible, of course, that he could chip in and win with a birdie 3. You know, Seve may be an intimidating figure on many occasions, but he's an inspiring figure as well, because when you're playing with him, against him that is, he makes you concentrate so much.
He certainly does, but that shot there he learned in the backyards of the caddy sheds all over Spain with his 3-iron and trying to play a bunker shot. It was a shot of a very high quality.
Safely in for 4. The pressure now on Parnevik. There's a mean look in Seve's eye. Parnevik may be smiling. I haven't seen Seve smile too much in the last hour and a half. Yes, the hole halved in 4. The smiling Swede and the very severe-looking Spaniard head off down to the 18th tee again. They would play the hole a 4th time and halve it, and as the president watches, they're playing it for a 5th time. And I wonder just who's going to get the string of pearls, the local pearls that go to the winner. They've played 2 shots. That's the ball of Jesper Parnevik. He's about to play his 3rd. This is the 6th time they've played the hole today, the 5th time in the playoff.
Very difficult shot here. He's lucky he's got a decent line to get the ball up. Oh, and he's done very, very well. And you know, since the playoff started, Parnevik's done nothing wrong.
He certainly had more chances to win than Seve Ballesteros. Andy McPhee with his rule book there, the tournament administrator. Now Seve.
Again, has to negotiate the step in front of him and tries to throw it over it. Too much spin.
Well, Parnevik perhaps has the edge again. Maybe Seve has the easier putt. He's coming up the hill. Parnevik's is just going to curl around a little bit from right to left.
I think 5 playoff holes, Renton, there's no such thing as an easy putt anymore. But I wouldn't put it past Ballesteros to hole first.
Not one of these spectators has moved over the last hour. This then for 4. That went straight down the hole like a rabbit. And that makes it tough for Parnevik now. Is that the winning putt? We shall see.
Well, that one went in so quick. I think the hole's probably a bit bigger than it was a few moments ago. Parnevik down the hill, right to left. All a question of pace.
Oh, beautifully holed. Beautifully holed by Parnevik. He may be up against one of the great match players in golf, but he's not giving up easily. And back down they go again to play this hole for a sixth time. And it's very unusual to have a playoff over just one hole, Ewan.
Yes, and it's not doing the players any favours at all. It's the hardest par on the course. It's played to a total of 4.42. But never mind, I don't think the spectators are complaining, and it's certainly wonderful television.
Parnevik second from the fairway. Has consistently had the better tee shots in the playoff. Oh, this second shot has gone wide. Not lying too badly, just on the top of the grass. Could be a lot worse.
Well, he's gone past the hole, Renton. I think that's the one place really you can't be on this 18th. Green slopes from back to front. Ballesteros' second shot, 4 iron.
You can get some awkward lies in there. Seve perhaps lucky. Oh, he's missed the green. He's not in that bunker. He's on the grass just above the bunker, but the ball will have gone right down into the grass, and he will have the more difficult third shot.
He certainly has. I think he would rather have been in the bunker. Plays that almost like a sand shot. Long backswing. And another brilliant shot conjured up by the Spanish genius.
Well, he's been in that area of the green before for his putt, so he knows the line. And the problems for Parnevik here, Ewan.
He's got nowhere to land the ball, that's the problem. He's got semi-rough all the way up to the fringe and then downhill all the way to the hole and past it. Anywhere within 7 or 8 feet here really will be an excellent shot.
Played it probably as well as he could play it.
Wonderful shot, great touch. Took a chance on the first bounce being okay, got that break. He's shown a lot of resilience.
Parnevik to putt first for his 4.
Very similar line to what he was on at the 72nd hole of the tournament. So no question, he knows the line.
Just in from the left. Well, that has opened the door for Ballesteros. Parnevik fails to get 4. And Seve, 1.5 hours after this playoff began, has this putt to win the title for the 3rd time in 5 years. He's done it. And we've seen Seve in that mood before. 6 holes of a playoff to beat Jesper Parnevik, but Seve Ballesteros is the Turespana Open, the Baleares winner. Disappointment for Parnevik, but elation for the man who still, of course, has his eyes firmly set on another US Masters win at Augusta.
Seve, your second win of the year, and I think it's very hard end, eh?
Well, it's always nice when you win, but still the playoffs are something very difficult, you know. It's hard, you have to be lucky, and it's tough. After you play the round, you feel a little bit tired, and it's a matter of who's the one who resists a little bit more, you know.
And I doubt whether Seve's wife Carmen will be able to resist these wonderful Mahorika pearls.